Have you ever looked into your dog's eyes and felt distance? Like something's changed, but you can't quite explain it? Maybe they don't run to the door like they used to. Maybe they sigh a little more. Or maybe they've simply stopped trying. It's not because they love you less. It's because they're trying to understand why you changed. Today we're diving into 12 subtle ways you might be breaking your dog's heart without even realizing it. Some will sting. Some will feel all too familiar. But all of them, they're fixable. Let's start with one you probably do every day. To you, it's just a long day. You burst through the door, juggling your bag, your phone, maybe even a coffee you forgot was empty hours ago. Who has time to think, right? But wait, did you even notice those big, hopeful eyes watching your every move? Your dog? They've been on high alert, tail primed for wagging, ears perked for the sound of your key. It's like waiting for a celebrity, except you're the star. But then, you breeze right past. No hello, no pat, not even a glance. Ouch! Can you imagine throwing a surprise party and the guest of honor just walks by? That's heartbreak, dog style. They were ready to roll out the red carpet, but now, they're not so sure. Are they still your #1 fan, or just background noise to your busy life? Eventually, the excitement fades. They stop rushing to greet you, not because they've stopped loving you, but because they're bracing for disappointment. Who wants to be ignored twice? But that's just the beginning. Remember how they used to press into your side? Or how they'd curl up in your lap like you were the world's comfiest pillow? Admit it, sometimes you even bragged about being their favorite spot. But now, they're camped out by the door or stretched in the hallway, like they're waiting for a bus that never comes. What happened? It's not because they suddenly crave alone time, nope, it's because they think you want space. Ouch, right? Every time you shift away or say, not now, or just forget that little head nudge, they wonder, did I do something wrong? Eventually they just stop trying. Can you blame them? It's not out of spite, it's that quiet, heartbreaking kind of sadness. The kind that makes you want to grab a box of tissues and hug your pup right now, and when even your voice sounds different, it deepens the pain. Their name used to mean love, joy, attention, connection. Remember when just saying buddy would send your dog into a full-body wiggle? But now, it's like you're announcing a board meeting. Buddy? Suddenly it's all business. Or worse, sometimes you say their name like you're reading a grocery list. No eye contact, no smile, just buddy. Ouch. And your dog? They're sitting there, tail at the ready, thinking, is this it? Is this the moment? Are we about to play fetch or... But when you say it flat, rushed, or worst of all, follow it with silence, it's like calling out Marco and nobody ever says Polo. Suddenly your dog's wondering, did I mess up? Am I in trouble? Should I have not eaten that sock? And over time that tail stops wagging. They stop coming when you call. Not because they're stubborn, but because, hey, what's the point? Not because they're disobedient, but because they're unsure it still means I love you. And your eyes? Eye contact with your dog isn't awkward. It's everything. It builds trust, connection, love. Remember those moments when you'd catch your dog's eye and both of you would just light up? It's like a secret handshake, but with your faces. But now? Maybe you're glued to your phone or zoning out at the TV. Your dog's giving you the, hey, I'm right here look, and you're, well, not looking. Ever notice that adorable head tilt? That's not just for show, it's your dog's way of saying, are you seeing this? Are you seeing me? They wait, patiently, sometimes with those big, soulful eyes. But if you keep missing their cues, ouch, they look away too. Can you blame them? Suddenly the room feels a little quieter. Your dog wonders, did our magic moment disappear? Is the spark gone? But they still try to reach you, in little ways. Okay, let's be honest, when your dog drops a soggy tennis ball at your feet, what's your first thought? Ew, gross, right? But wait, hold up. To your pup, that's not just a chewed-up squeaky thing. That's a treasure. It's their way of saying, hey, you're my favorite human. Wanna play? Imagine the excitement, tail wagging, eyes sparkling when they invite you into their world of fun. But what happens when you brush them off? Or hit them with the classic maybe later? Not once, not twice, but over and over. They don't throw a tantrum, nope, they just give up. The toy drops. They look up at you, hope shining in their eyes. But if you're glued to your phone or just not paying attention, guess what? That little spark of hope, it dims bit by bit. And don't even get me started on the leash. You know that look. Leash in mouth, sitting by the door, eyes practically begging, let's go on an adventure. It's their silent, adorable way of saying, take me with you. How can you resist that? Love your pup? Subscribe for more ways to show it. Dogs know the sound of the leash. You know that moment. the leash jingles, and suddenly every dog in the house is on high alert. Who's it gonna be? Who's the lucky pup today? But then, you pick just one. The others? They're left behind, staring at you with those big, hopeful eyes. Ouch! Talk about heartbreak! And after a few times, you notice something, the door is empty. No more eager faces, no more tails wagging in anticipation. Some dogs? They'll try to win you over. Leash in mouth, eyes sparkling like, pick me, I'm ready, let's go. It's adorable, right? But if you keep leaving them behind, even the most enthusiastic pup will eventually just sit quietly, like, why bother? And that's when it hits you. They start to believe maybe you don't want them by your side anymore. And what used to be comfort now feels mechanical. You still pet them. But let's be honest, are you really? Or are you scrolling through your phone half watching TV and giving your dog the old drive-by pat? We've all done it. You think, hey, I'm petting my dog, that counts, right? But your dog? Oh, they notice. Dogs are like furry little energy detectors. They can tell if your hand is saying, I love you, or I'm just checking a box. Ever tried giving a high five with zero enthusiasm? That's what it feels like to them. And when your touch is all business, no heart, they look up at you with those big, confused eyes like, wait, is this a hug or a handshake? Sometimes they flinch, or just freeze like, did I do something wrong? Is this a trick? Not because they're scared, nope, it's pure confusion. Where's my loving human? Who swapped you out for this distracted robot? And suddenly your snuggle buddy is leaning away, cuddling less, and you're left wondering, did I just get ghosted by my own dog? Because somewhere along the way, that magical connection turned into a routine, like brushing your teeth, necessary, but not exactly heartwarming. Even silence to them is louder than you think. No more silly voices, no more goofy greetings, just silence. And they feel it. Remember when you'd burst through the door, arms wide, shouting, who's a good boy? Now, it's just the sound of your keys, the creak of the floorboards, maybe a distant sneeze. Where did all the excitement go? Your dog's on high alert, ears up, head tilted, searching for that familiar goofy voice. Is it hiding behind the couch? Did it get lost in the laundry? Nope, just quiet. And let's be honest, dogs don't get sarcasm. They don't know you're just tired. All they know is the house feels emptier. The silence? It's heavy. So what do? They camp out by your side hoping for a single word. Maybe even a boop, or a hey buddy, anything. Because even a whisper, just a tiny silly whisper, can light up their whole world. And when joy happens without them, the loneliness sharpens. Your laughter used to include them, but now? The party's in full swing, and your dog's backstage listening to the fun from the wings. Ever notice those little paws peeking around the corner, ears twitching at every giggle? It's like they're thinking, wait, did someone say fetch, or was that just another joke I missed? They're the ultimate wallflower at your living room comedy club. Ears up, tail down, eyes locked on the action, hoping for an invite. Can you blame them for wanting in on the fun? And then comes the head tilt. You know the one. That classic, did I miss the punchline, or did I do something wrong? Look, it's heartbreak with a side of confusion. They're not jealous, they're just wondering if they're still part of your world. It's not about the attention, it's about belonging. So what do? They grab their favorite toy, march right up, and try to join the fun. Hey, remember me? I'm hilarious too. All they want is to matter again, to be part of the laughter, not just a spectator, but even when they approach, they worry they're not wanted anymore. A small pull away, a shift in posture, a subtle recoil. To you, it's nothing. To them, it's everything. Picture this, your dog, the king or queen of snuggles, struts over with that I'm about to get cozy swagger. But wait, what's this? You flinch just a little. Suddenly your dog's confidence deflates like a squeaky toy under the couch. Did you mean to do that? Of course not. But to your pup, it's like hitting an invisible wall. Remember when they'd leap onto the bed like Olympic athletes, no questions asked? Now, it's a whole dramatic pause. One paw up, eyes wide, tail frozen. Is this okay? Am I still welcome? It's like they're waiting for a secret handshake just to get a hug. Here's the twist. Dogs aren't made of glass, but their trust? Oh, that's the real treasure. One moment you're their hero, the next, they're not so sure. Isn't it wild how a tiny gesture can mean so much? And let's be honest, if your dog thinks they're making you uncomfortable, what do you think they'll do? They'll start second-guessing every cuddle attempt, every nuzzle, every, hey, are you okay if I sit here a moment? They'll stop trying to connect. And when you leave the house, what they miss most isn't your presence. A simple, see you soon could calm their whole world. But what happens when you just slip out the door, ninja style, without a single word? Your dog's left blinking in the silence like, wait, Was that it? No dramatic farewell? No Oscar-worthy goodbye speech? So what do? They wait and wait. And let's be honest, probably wonder if you've run off to join the circus or just found a new best friend at the grocery store. The suspense is real. Eventually the hope fades. They sigh, maybe flop dramatically on the couch and give up waiting. Can you blame them? But here's the twist. It's not because they stopped loving you. Oh no, that love is still there, big as ever. It's just that your silent exits have taught them to expect, well, nothing. Talk about a plot twist no one wanted. A door closed in silence feels like abandonment. A cheerful, be good, feels like home. But even when you return, sometimes you're not really back, not fully. You're in the room. But let's be honest, are you really there? Ever catch your dog giving you that look while you're deep in a TikTok rabbit hole? You scroll, you swipe, you your way through their hopeful glances. It's like your dog's auditioning for your attention and you're the world's toughest judge. But here's the plot twist. Your dog? Still waiting, still believing you'll notice, still hoping for that Oscar-worthy moment when you finally look up and see them. And guess what? They don't need a parade or a standing ovation, just a quiet moment, a gentle touch. That's all it takes to make their day. So what if you gave them 5 minutes, just 5, of your undivided, phone-down, all-in attention? Imagine the tail wags, the happy dances. To your dog, that's pure magic, because to them, that moment is everything. Even after all the missed moments, all the cold silences, all the distant glances, they still believe in you. They still hope for that smile, that gentle word, that eye contact that says, you still matter to me. So if any part of this hit you, don't feel guilty, just begin again. Today, speak their name like it means love. Look at them like it's the first time. Be there, truly there. If this helped you understand your dog better, show them some love today. And don't miss our next video. 10 simple things that make your dog really happy. They're waiting, still wagging, and still hoping you'll come back to them. Not just with your body, but with your heart.